Doomsday. And do us a favor, please share the live. Thank you to everybody that's watching us from Bigo, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and TikTok. Let's go ahead and get this party started. It's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman Podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn up this function, like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane, and you won't be food for my luncheon. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the straps all day for learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arc that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people, grabbing my Glock and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be, so those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south, till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out and educate on the backside. Folk gotta act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my brother. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. You got in that bag. Quiet water.
What is going on, man? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Nashville Caveman Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Damo Unleashed. Man, welcome. I'm glad to have you guys here. But I'm going to right now introduce a really good friend of mine that I look at like a brother. So I am going to roll out the red carpet for him, and the floor is yours.
Man, what's going on, man? Congratulations on making it to another Tuesday. We are 7 days into the new year, everybody. It is 2025. So congratulations on everybody who's made it to 2025. Man, that's crazy, man, a whole new year. But welcome to the podcast. My name is Sky Black. I am your host. I'm a pro wrestler. I'm a music publisher. Tonight, the D-Bling radio show will play from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with replay from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you are a local artist in anywhere in the world, I just mean local and independent, which means you ain't signed any major record deals or publishing deals, send your music to me. That's skyblack@gmail.com. That is skyblack@gmail.com, so I can get you in rotation on the radio show. If you have music videos or be ready to be interviewed as an artist, please hit up Mr. Damo so we can get you on their platform too, because our job here is to help those who need that extra to get over the hump, to make it to the next level. And Damo, I have a question for you, brother. What's Tell me about what's going on this year about the So Driven Awards. It's not 2 trophies no more. It's just gonna be one.
You know what? I decided to cut it down to one. I went out to a trophy shop on Nolensville Road. Okay. So the trophies are there. They're going to go ahead, get the plaque together for me. If I okay it, they're going to go ahead with the production. So I should have the trophies out for the winners within a week and a half, 2 weeks. But while I was there, and I don't know if you've seen this on my Facebook page, they had a microphone, that award that was a real microphone, meaning that you can connect this microphone to whatever recording device you have and literally record off this microphone.
Oh, really?
It was the coolest thing. $200.
Wow.
But every word, every penny.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I said, man, I didn't have as many female artists. So until it grows into more female competition, I was like, I might as well just throw everybody in and just have one award.
Absolutely.
And then that way I ain't got to have 2 different videos. As you know, I had the video for the female voting. I had the video for the male voting. And I was like, really, man, music shouldn't even be about genders. It should be about talent. And if you could get people to buy into what it is that you're doing.
Okay. And
so I said, man, I could just have a bigger pot, $1,000, and then the trophy. And let all the artists compete with each other. All genres, male, whatever gender, just one big competition.
Absolutely.
And so I'm excited, man, for this year. Actually, this coming Monday, I should have my first interviews for the contest. So I'm excited about that. All interviews going to be on Monday nights because of my schedule, but we're going to get them scheduled in and get it going.
Absolutely. Well, then, this is amazing. So get ready for the second annual So Driven Artist of the Year. Artist of the Year.
It's just going to be So Driven Artist of the Year. It ain't going to be no male Artist of the Year or female.
Absolutely.
I think going forward, it's just going to be So Driven, 2025 or 2026. So Driven Male Artist of the Year.
Absolutely.
We're going to do it like that.
Absolutely. Well, all right. Well, congratulations on whoever's going to win it this December. When was the awards out? December what last year?
They ended the 1st of December. So that was the last voting. The last voting day was the last day of November. And then after that, both artists got paid out. So the female artist got $100. The male artist got $500. And then they both got the trophy coming. So
absolutely.
And the reason why it was done like that, because there wasn't really many female participants. It was way more males. And then that made me just say, you know what? How about I combine the two?
Absolutely.
Because if you're talented, it don't matter if you're male or female. If you talented, just like American Idol, they didn't go based on, female, male winner. They just went whoever was the top 3. It didn't even matter.
Absolutely. What's up, Mike Cobb? That's the CEO of No Limit Pro. Yeah, I get that. Absolutely.
Yep, and so I know, man. I want to talk about the Denver Broncos.
Man, I did not.
The Broncos, y'all the playoffs,
Actually,
right?
I had something different I was going to wear today. But then when State won, what was it, 38-0? I said, well, I got to represent today. Yeah. So,
I know.
Even with Kansas City's second string and third string and practice squad players, I just still didn't expect no 38-0. That was humbling, to think that they could do that, because all they needed to do was win one game. They lost to Cincinnati, then they lost to the Chargers. Well, they lost to the Chargers first. Then to Cincinnati, I'm thinking there's no way they can beat Kansas City, but all they had to do was win, and thank God they're in now. I forgot who we played.
Yep.
But we ain't making the past first round. That I can tell you. That's not going to happen. But just to be there with a rookie quarterback.
The experience is going to be good.
Yeah, just to be there with a rookie.
That experience is going to be good.
Absolutely. Just to be there with a rookie quarterback is something else.
Yep, man. Well, one of my teams, man, the Indianapolis coach, man. That's all I can say. The Cleveland Browns, that's another one. Because let me tell you, we got the second pick of the draft behind the Tennessee Titans.
Absolutely.
And I don't see any of these players, other than Travis Hunter, I don't see any other top 3 or 4 draft picks.
Absolutely. Hey, Mike, your Bears are high up in the draft too, ain't they? I don't know if you know who they're going to select in April. One thing about the Bears is that I don't think you see what they did with Justin Fields for those 4 years. And I still think they threw Caleb Williams out there way too early, man. They need to let these quarterbacks develop. They need to be behind a veteran for a year or two and let them develop, man. I know you paying them a lot of money because they're first round overall picks, but Jesus, the NFL is much faster than college. And these are, college, you might have a handful of good teams that you play. No, in the NFL, you have 32 good teams that you play on any given Sunday, no matter what the record is. So I hope that year 2 is a better year for your Bears, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can get himself in a rhythm and, man, because I just think he had good games throughout the year, but some games you can tell, just like Bo Nix, they were rookies. You can just tell it.
Well, you know what though, Sky? Hey, Mike, and Mike, you probably would agree with this. You guys lost about 3 or 4 games because of bad coaching. Your coach should have been fired long ago. He should have been canned. He's one of them people that did such a horrible job. He that co-worker, you say, damn, how did he got his damn job still? He that guy. Like the game in Washington, there is no way y'all should have lost that game to Washington. There are a few games y'all should have beat the Lions. Y'all had that game. Y'all should have beat them. That was poor coaching. So I think the Bears, I actually was impressed with Caleb Williams. I think he succeeded my expectations for him. I think that once they get a coach that can give them an identity, I think the Bears is going to be all right. Y'all Bear fans should be happy because y'all did get a franchise quarterback. Y'all definitely did. You got to surround him with some more talent. But the first thing you got to get for him is a coach to know what the hell he doing.
Get him a Sean Payton, huh?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Because, they was poo-pooing on Sean Payton when he first got to Denver. And look how fast he turned that around.
In the second season, he got rid of Russell Wilson. But then Russell goes to the Steelers, man, and they in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, but they was winning with Justin Fields. Mike Tomlin can turn garbage into gold. Garbage into gold. That's what he's good at doing. He's never had a losing season. Think about that. That man, and he has some horrible quarterbacks, terrible teams, and he's never had a losing season. So I think that, and he got to be one of the greatest coaches of all time. He got to be.
Yeah. So, they're in the playoffs, man. So I guess sometimes, man, it's just the chemistry between the head coach and the quarterback and the offensive coordinator and the quarterback coach. So, I mean, Peyton and Russell was just bumping heads. And he goes to the Steelers. And, I mean, you look at Justin Fields when he was the Steelers. He won, 4 games out of 5?
He was like 3-1 or 3-2.
So
he was
pretty much talented for knowing how to coach quarterbacks, so to speak, or put them in the right positions to make them feel comfortable. Because some coaches don't. Some coaches are like, hey, you the number 1 draft pick, you sink or swim, I don't give a damn. Not him. You know what I'm saying? He puts you in the right positions to win. So they could upset the Ravens. I can see that. Because they split the regular season, you know that, right?
Well, the Ravens played the Steelers.
That's what I'm saying. They split the regular season.
Yeah.
So this is the rubber game. This is the what they call the rubber match. So, we'll see. But I won't be surprised on whoever wins that game. Now, I do believe the Bills will beat the Broncos. I do. Now, the Chargers and the Texans, that might be a good game, but I think the Chargers will win. The Packers and the Eagles, I'm just not a big fan of the Eagles like that. I think the Packers can win that game. The Commanders and the Buccaneers to me will be the best game out of the whole wild card. I think they are evenly matched.
I agree.
I think it'll be a low-scoring game, and whoever has the less turnovers will win the game. And the one that everybody wants to see, I guess the main event, is the Vikings and the Rams. I don't know. To me, that's a coin toss, But I think the Vikings are a really dominant team. I think they got the edge.
I agree, Scar. I think that's another good game. The Rams and the Vikings, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see those. Speaking of big games, my Cleveland Cavaliers got a big game tomorrow night.
Hey,
you're going to have the top two teams in the NBA playing. The OKC Thunder and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland is 31-4. OKC is 30-5. So it's going to be the clash of the Titans tomorrow night, man, in Cleveland. That's a good game. If you guys get it in your area, you can turn it on, watch it. You're going to be watching some really good basketball.
Absolutely. And the last time I talked to you, they were supposed to go against the Lakers, and they beat the Lakers. The Cavaliers. Yeah, they beat them. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. So that you know that
they're on the 10-game win streak. On the 15-game win streak.
Ooh, go ahead, OKC. Man, come on. Really?
Yep.
It just goes to show you, man, Cleveland is just no fly-by-night team now. They're beating the good teams in the NBA. They're not just beating the bad teams. Because like the Denver Broncos, we were beating teams that were under 500. We only beat one team that was over 500. So that's how we was looking good, because we were beating teams that really couldn't play. But not the Cavaliers. They're beating teams, really good teams, to be on a 10-game winning streak. I'm sorry. You're beating good teams if you won 10 straight games.
And Denver is a part of that 10-game win streak, because we went in, Denver scored 135 points and lost by double digits. Mm-hmm. They lost 149 to 135. Mm-hmm. What NBA team, not many of them, that's putting up 135 points and losing by double digits?
The Nuggets to me are starting to become like the Warriors. All offense, no defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you remember when KD went to the Golden State Warriors, he was a two-way player. He could help on defense and he could help on offense. When he left, that defense just, because you can't put everything on Draymond Green. You got to have help on defense. So the Warriors think if they can outscore you, for the Warriors is whoever gets to 100 first. And sometimes they do win.
Right.
Sometimes they lose. So I think the Nuggets is getting that. If I can get to 100 points, I can win. No. Because if you ain't playing defense, they're going to get to 100 points just as quick.
Right. Right. You're absolutely right, man. I mean, you're seeing it now. I think it was a good blueprint that Golden State had, but it was only good because they had the talent there to be able to execute. Right. So you had the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson, with Steph Curry, and then they had shooters around them. One thing about that team or that dynasty that gets underlooked is their team play. They would pass the ball, and it was frustrating because other teams couldn't duplicate that. Cleveland is now. Cleveland doing it, but teams couldn't duplicate it. I know LeBron-led teams didn't. They never duplicated it because LeBron stand there, pound the ball.
Absolutely. So, and I mean, if you ask the average NBA fan to name 3 or 4 people off the Cavaliers, they probably couldn't do it right now. And that's okay because they're playing team basketball. They have their defenders, they have their rebounders, they have their shooters, they have their stealers. They have a complete team. And that's what will get you where you need to go. A team. Right. And a coach that has a system that they believe in. That's a dangerous team. That's dangerous. Yeah.
Yep. And so I'm looking forward to that game Wednesday. Again, man, I am so glad you guys are here. We got some good topics on deck for y'all today, buddies. So the first thing on deck that we're going to be talking about is why women don't have as many options as they think they have. Soul ties. Then the question we ask every week, Is he right or is he wrong? A woman says, I'd rather marry my fiance's brother whom I'm having an affair with. We're going to discuss that. Finding the dream woman. A man grew tired of having his packages stolen off his porch. So he did the unthinkable to get them to quit. And what he did is going to have y'all laughing. And a lot of y'all I probably would do this too if I was in his shoes. This dude had 170 packages stolen in a matter of a few years. 170 packages stolen. So I know what I would have put together too to get y'all to quit stealing from me. Also, a reality that most women must face. Y'all must face it, man. So we're going to jump into that. But before I go to the song, if you're watching, if you could do me a favor, I don't care if you're on Bigo, I don't care if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, y'all can do us a huge favor. Please share the link with your family and friends and invite them on over. We don't bite, all right? Invite them on over. You know, I'm quite sure they enjoy the show. We don't just always talk about real. We talk about sports, a little bit of politics, a little bit what's going on in the world, and then relationships. We are all over the field. So bring your friends and family on over, share the live with them, and maybe they can enjoy it also. I'm going to leave right now with some music. Me and Sky going to come back, and then we're going to jump right into discussion, all right?
We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twisted, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadlines. We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twisted, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadlines. Top of my head, I'm off the top of my game. If you don't know it now, you remember my name. I smoke so much weed, man, you wouldn't believe. Fire all the damn time, just burning them trees. No, there ain't nothing to it, that's just how life goes. So bury all your haters with this weed, now hit this road. Soak it up a little bit, now let it all sink in. With this right beat, deadlines they never win. As the beat keeps me going, my words forever flowing. Malfunctions back now, and we snapping on it. Just rip it, you feel it, can't hold us down. That B6, so kill it, we will right now. Music's in my life, so I plan to treat it right. It's a part of me, hip-hop's in me, my music is my life. It's a guarantee this love is mine, forever staying true. Music made me, it can make you too. We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twist it, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadlines. We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twist it, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadline. Yes sir, I'm the man, no I'm not being cocky. See, it's just some clever word playing with the rhymes. I keep it coming, it comes out of me erupting. You can tell it's in my soul, my dreams are never coming true. It's no thing, it's all me. As I say it with my chest, I'm calling all the music lovers around the world. If you're hearing me, say it loud, boys and girls, come on. It's all about the weed, so I smoke it all. Get ready, set, time's up, you fall. I'm already here, rolled up, let's go. I'm SpongeBob now, so ready, so blown. My stages set this game on. My papers made them sack so grown. Grown man shit, what you know about it? Rolled up weed, we know all about it. Think I'm crazy, hell no, I'm high. Stay fucked up, you know that's why my eyes are low and oh so red. This blunt so big, I'm blowing what's left. We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twisted, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time. You see, I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadline.
Smoking all the time, twist it, lick it, light it, smoking all the time, twist it, roll one up. Smoking all the time, twist it, lick it, light it, smoking all the time, twist it, roll one up.
All right, y'all. That was Malfunction 365, man, out of Clarksville. Shout out to you, Malfunction. Got some good stuff on deck. this first thing I'm gonna play. This dude make a. What you say, Scott?
I'm gonna say thank you, Mike Cobb, for commenting and watching. I gotta give a shout out to other people that's watching. Shout out to Miranda G for liking, subscribing, and sharing to our channel. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, man. We appreciate y'all. Got to check this out, man. This dude make a good point. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll this clip.
Requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This.
Hold on. Let me go on back. Make sure I start that at the beginning.
If you say I want a man that make $100,000, you eliminated 85% of all men. 85%, that leaves you 15%. Half of that 15% is married. 7.5%, half of them gay. Or live an alternative lifestyle. Take that down to 3.5%, 4% that you got to choose from. Then you want him over 6 feet, 2%. He can't be obese, 1%. You don't like Sagittarius, this is Leos or Cancer. Well, now you at 0.5% of a man that you got to look for. You got to find him, and then he got to like you back. That type of man that makes that type of money has requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This is why so many women are struggling that make money when they step out here into the dating. If you say I want to make.
Hey, let me tell you something. There's only one.
All right. So let's talk about that.
You know, Jaheim had a song called that He Doesn't Exist. You know, in the song he says you're looking for the invisible man. That's what a lot of these women are looking for. They're looking for the invisible man because there's no perfect man. And so I always wonder when these girls are on TikTok and when they're on Snapchat and all this stuff and they're showing their woo-woos and tits and talking about I'm a bad this and I'm a feminist that. What type of guy are you looking for? There's nobody that's perfect in this world, right? So if you're looking for a guy that you think is perfect, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. So what do women do to combat that, to believe that there's a guy? Now, we're in 2025, so AI can 3D print you that guy. You might can get a robot that looks like this guy. You know, they coming out with these female robots. They might come out with these men robots too. But an average human on this earth is not perfect. So you spend most of your time looking for perfection and trying not to find imperfection. You're going to spend all that time being lonely.
And I say this, and this goes for men and women. This goes for both of y'all. You can have your your likes or whatever. You can have what you think is good for you, right? But you got to look at it from this perspective also. Whatever your standard is, they have to like you back. You can have all the standards in the world. You can have all the preferences in the world. But does your preference want you back?
Absolutely.
And What is it about you that they're going to like in return? That's the real question.
Absolutely.
Yes, you would love to be with them, but what about you do they find attractive? Have you ever asked that question?
Never do.
And that's the problem. People say, oh, women like, oh, I want a man with 6 figures, 6 feet, 6 inches. But what does that man want? Because don't he have to want you back? Maybe not only do he want you, but maybe he wants this woman over here too. Are you going to put up with that? Because if not, then what value does that preference, what value does it do for you? What value does it have for you?
And let's just say that this man exists, right? Then he knows that so many women are so shallow, he ain't gonna marry you no way. He knows you shallow. He knows you're only with him because he's 6 feet, 6 inches, 6-pack abs, 6 figures, 6 cars, 6 homes, whatever. He knows you're material, you're a gold digger, and you shallow. So he's not gonna marry you. And then when he gets done with you, he's gonna go to the next gold digger, shallow woman. You know what I'm saying? And then that'll be the guy who marries, you ever watch Norbert Rasmussen? Like, why is he with her? Because she brought something to the table that you video vixen, shallow, gold digging women couldn't bring to the table. Because all y'all bring the same thing. What did you say? Every cutie with a booty brought a coochie, right? He said that in his song. So that's all y'all bringing to the table is your looks, your breasts, your butt, and your, all that good stuff. When Rasputia comes and she dresses like a lady, she talks like a lady, she represents him great in public, she can cook, she can clean, and she's that piece that he needs at home, that's why he will marry her and only keep these other girls as side chicks. Or what we call trophy wives.
He married Retribution.
No,
that's why he married her. She put that lightning skirt on his ass and threatened him to take him out. You better, if you want to see
Absolutely.
Next year or next week.
Crazy.
She said, remember she grabbed his hand? And she was like, do you got a girlfriend, Nesbitt? He was like, no. And she was like, you do now. Grab my hand and snatched him up, snatched his little ass up. Yeah, he was done then. It's gone for him. So, but I get what you're saying, Sky. She did have other qualities. That the majority of women didn't. She had a career, you know what I'm saying? Had her own house, had a nice little car. She had a lot of assets, even though she bullied them. Even though she bullied.
Because again, man, these girls are coming a dime a dozen. I don't know if we blame it on society, single home parenting, rap music, self-esteem issues, but they all look the same. I go on my Instagram right now, and the first 10 women I see are standing in the mirror with that side pose, trying to see how big their booty is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I learned, though, Sky? You know what I learned in watching that? Those are the women that are the most insecure. That is a fake sense of confidence. I was having this discussion. We were talking about makeup. Like a woman that's really beautiful, and she knows she's beautiful, right? Well, that little car she had, it was nice compared to other people's cars. It wasn't nice after she messed that seat up, babe. When she broke that seat like that, it wasn't nice no more. It wasn't nice for her because, man, she barely could fit in. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it was nicer than some of the cars I done had, humbly. I had some poopies. I'm just gonna
I had some lemons myself.
I had some, man. I don't even know if they was lemon. They say make lemonade out of the lemon. Shit, that lemonade was more sour than the lemon itself.
But yeah, but we're just saying for some people, beauty is within because you get you a good woman who can bring you peace, especially if she brings you peace at home. She know you had a long day. She know you're tired. And she can just bring you that peace. These other girls, man, what can you do for me type women? That's what I call them. Me. And I tell them, me is what got you here. That's what your mama said to your daddy, me. That's how you got here. Yeah, a lot of them are just like that, but I can't blame them if that's all they know. If they don't know anything else, I can't blame them.
The funny part, I know I'm about to take some people off when I say this, but there's a lot of females that invest a lot of money into sew-ins, nails, getting their feet done, cosmetics, all that money invested in that just for them to be single. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. Some of y'all ain't never gonna get married, and some of y'all ain't never gonna have a consistent boyfriend. And it's not the men, a lot of it is y'all. It's that person when you look in the mirror, it's that person. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all have a fake sense of confidence, because I'm gonna say this. A person that believes, it's like Sky. Have you ever seen a car and you was like, that car is beautiful, right? Now, if you got that car, do you add much to it?
It's beautiful the way it is.
There you go. That's just like a true pretty female. A female that really know and understand that she's beautiful. She ain't add much to herself. She might do her lips a little bit. She might add a little bit of eyeliner, bring out some details in her feature. But for the most part, she ain't caking up with foundation and stuff. Talk about when my skin is, different shades. I got blushes. I got blemishes on my face. She ain't worried about that. If she cute, she cute. She ain't got to do much. And I was having this conversation earlier. Shout out to my people on Bigo. We put out the most viewers that I've ever had on here having this discussion. We were talking about how if dudes complimented females, say like females that weren't confident in their hair, and they wore wigs all the time. If men went around all day complimenting that female, do you think she would invest in wigs and sew-ins?
No, you're right.
No. She wouldn't. If he told her, you know what, you look so beautiful without makeup. You don't even need makeup. You are fine. You are the most beautiful woman in the universe. The men that they like, if the men that they like told them that, do you think they would invest all that money in makeup? They would have makeup, but they wouldn't wear it every day.
It's like
if they ain't had no breasts. But dudes walked around and was like, oh man, you know what? I don't really like big breasts though. Man, a handful is enough for me. Do you think them women will go out and go get breast surgery? No. But, some of that, man, look, if you're the same size sitting down as you standing up, all of us don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all the same size. And you sit down because you got a fat ass. You stand up, you the same size. You ain't losing no inches. That's a bit much to a lot of us. A lot of us don't like that. A lot of us know that, man, it's some cons about a female having an ass like that. Like, can she reach at the white? You ever think about that? Can she reach that much? It could be big all day. But if it's big and funky, then what value is it? You know what I'm saying? Can she reach the back and wipe herself properly? Because some of y'all females got dinosaur arms. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all got them T-Rex arms and big asses. Can you reach back there to clean it? It's a bit too much. That's all I'm saying. It's a bit too much. So you ain't got to do all that. The BBLs, we don't like that stuff. The bat eyelashes, we don't like that. If we went around commenting and big upping y'all on some of y'all features, I don't even think females will do a lot of the shit they do. But if I'm wrong, let me know.
Well, right now it might be the opposite. That's why they do the things that they do. That guy that they like, he likes a woman that looks like Trina. So they see I like him, and he likes a girl that looks like Trina. Then they're gonna want to look like Trina to get his attention.
But I'm glad you said that. Because liking and sexually being interested is one thing. Liking as far as like, if that's something I would marry, that's something totally different. So there's dudes out here that don't mind laying down and screwing with a big girl, but they won't marry one. But when it comes to their bedroom preference, they like that. They like that cushion, pushing for the cushion. But then they like, well, I don't want to be taking care of you because it look like you're going to be diabetic, high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Walking around with a breathing thing and the tank on your side and stuff, rolling it. I don't want to deal with all that. But you know what I'm saying? I can put that big old leg up and do something with you. So that's the difference. That's the thing, the part that females got to understand. what we like as far as like in the bedroom compared to what we willing to be with for the long run.
And and most young guys, man, it's a small handful. It's an anomaly, a handful of people that are 18 years old that find their soulmate and marry. A lot of people between 18 and 25, once they get out the house, it's on and popping. And they ain't thinking about settling down a marriage. They ain't afraid to do everything they couldn't do because their mom and daddy kept telling them no. They 18 to 25, oh no. So we're not probably even talking about that pool. We're probably talking about people a little bit older that's ready to settle down. What are you looking for in a mate? And if let's say the woman is 46 and she's looking for all that stuff that this guy just said, then yeah, you're looking for the invisible man because he doesn't exist. I don't know what you think you're gonna find somebody at 46 that's like, and if he's 26 and he looks like that, he ain't stay with you know it because he has so many options,
Right, and that's the thing, because man, your preference could. A lot of people, their downfall is their preference. Their downfall is their preference because they don't understand what a preference have to like me back, and then what are you willing to sacrifice? Because maybe the person that you prefer, maybe they got an idea of I don't want to be with just one woman though. I want to be with two. Well, are you willing and ready to be able to handle that? And if the answer is no, then maybe you need to let somebody else go.
Damon, let me add an accent to what we're talking about. I was listening to this comedian, and he said most men that are married, I don't know if you agree with this, we were not our women's first choice, right? He said, think about it. When is the last time you heard a man say a woman has grew on them? You don't hear that, right? But your wife will be somewhere and be like, well, he really wasn't my first choice. But over the time, he grew on me. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is for y'all women who's out here looking for this invisible man, you better look for the man that's probably going to grow on you, because that's the guy that you're going to need when, like you said, you can't wipe your own butt, you got the oxygen tank, and all this other stuff.
Well, you know what's the difference between men and women? Because men do that too, but we don't voice it. Women, the issue with a lot of women is they voice that. Men, we don't voice it, we move. I'll give you an example. You ever seen that dude that been dating that chick for about 3 or 4 years? Mm-hmm. Now, why does it take 3 or 4 years to figure out if this is a person that you want to be with? You know why dudes drag women along that long?
Why?
Because they're not their first choice. They're waiting and hoping that something better comes along so they can jump ship. That's what it is. Because why else would you be with a woman 3 or 4 years knowing that you ain't going to commit to her? You got a kid with her or whatever arrangement y'all got, but you ain't made no commitment to her. Why else would you do that?
Right.
So we do it, we act it, but we don't say it.
We just don't say it. Well, that's what he was saying, that most women will say that out loud. Well, he grew on me. He been chasing me for 2 years. I didn't want him because he was short and he was black. But he grew on me. So now I settled and married. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, I heard a lot of women say that. I heard a lot of women, he grew on me. Yes, even growing up. He grew on me. Hey, Danielle. He grew on me.
Danielle? Hey, you know what, Sky? That is your antennas saying, okay, it's time to leave. Because if she finds something better, she leaving. Ain't no such thing as he grew on me. No. That means that if something better come along, there's certain things that females give you. They give you clues and dudes just don't listen. We be thinking with the wrong head.
Yeah, well, this was a comedian I heard say that. I'm like, you know what? All my life, I can tell you, because I had a sister, she was like, I don't like him like that. I don't like him like that. I'm like, what does that mean you don't like him like that? I guess she meant sexually or boyfriend-wise. But then the guys that she dated was like, yeah, he grew on me. And he, I didn't like him at first, but I was just laying in the bed and all of a sudden he kept coming across my mind, and then my feelings started to get involved. Like, it's a whole process for this guy. But the guy she wanted was never a process. But then she get with you grew on her. So a lot of y'all out there, y'all might not have been y'all wife's first choice.
Man, you know what, Sky? I was saying this. I told somebody this earlier when I was on my individual live. I was like, especially when it comes to older men. There's two things that women must understand about when they're dealing with older men. Because older men, we require two things that is the most important. That you respect us, that's first and foremost. Like you got, and you bring peace. Two most important things. Bring peace, respect us. Having respect for somebody is not going to a public forum and then blurting something like that out. But he wasn't my first choice. You're supposed to make it, even if that's the case. When you're talking to other people, you're supposed to lie and say, I was madly in love with him. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. So why wouldn't you? You want to protect them. That's your job. When you say something like that, man, you're not protecting them. You're not looking out for them. You're making them look bad. Could you imagine a man saying that? Well, she wasn't my first choice. I really wanted a sister.
I'm trying to think about, I haven't heard any of my male friends ever say that. But I know I heard a lot of my female friends say that. No, he grew on me. I'm like, okay.
I would grow up for you. I would grow up for you. That's what would happen. I'll grow right off your ass, right into singleness. You back to singleness.
So it's all like, oh, okay, well, he grew on you, now you in love with him. Congratulations. Amen.
Like grew like what, a toenail?
I don't know.
I'd be an ingrown toenail. You had to cut me off.
It's just things that girls will say, but I never thought about that in a while until I saw that yesterday reading it.
Man.
A wife was never a man's first choice. Now we had to grow as men. I could not lie, saying, and I understand if I had girlfriends and stuff back in the day or whoever, wives, whatever, and I wasn't their first. I mean, I wouldn't be upset about it. I mean, at least you being honest. I mean, no,
and you're right now.
But Damo saying don't say that in public. It's a private conversation.
That's the thing.
You don't got to put it out in public like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
And we won't say it in public. What we'll do is just lead you on for a couple years and then jump ship when something better come along. We won't say it. And females be like, well, why he dragged me for about 5-10 years? Because he was waiting for something better to come along. And it did. And he jumped ship. But he wasn't going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? That was something for you to figure out.
Right.
But we do it. We just don't say it.
I mean, especially, again, if you're getting married in your 40s and 50s, of course you wasn't your wife's and husband's first choice. And they first choice then died or moved on, or of course you ain't. If you high school sweethearts, then you can say, okay, was you my first choice or not? But you in your 40s and 50s getting married, you know damn well you wasn't the first choice. Now, you could be the best choice. You could be the best choice, and I get that.
Because the most important thing is making the right choice.
There you go.
It ain't about the first choice. It's about making the right choice. Because a lot of their preference is not the right choice. It's their first choice, but it's not the right choice for them. A lot of y'all preferences is your baby mamas and baby daddies. And look how that worked out for you. So a lot of times, your preference is not your best choice. Because if it is, most of y'all will still be with the mother and father of y'all children.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
No, you preaching the truth on that. But I just wanted to throw that out there while we had this subject between the first choice, the best choice. And such just grew on me. I didn't like him at first, but over time, he just started. Because over time, nobody else was paying you no attention but him. And so now, if that's your only option, then he's growing on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, you're absolutely right. Here's another discussion that Kendra G went off on his chick. And this kind of and this is why I'm going to play this back to back. Because this kind of coincides with the conversation we're having, Scott. So here we go. Hold on. I got to cut the music and I want to start this all the way from the get-go. Let me cut the music. This coincides Exactly what the conversation that we had. This is two women having it amongst each other, though, which I thought was kind of brilliant. So let me rewind this all the way back. It's all the way back. Here we go.
And I want you to want this for yourself. That's all. So let me say this, because I want to say this, and I feel like it's 2025, and we got to just start having like a little bit more real talk conversation. I understand everything you're saying as a woman. I'm a woman myself. I've heard this over and over again. Here is the harsh truth. Every woman ain't getting a provider. And that's just the bottom line. I'm sorry to let you all know.
Then you ain't for me.
It's not going to get a provider. Some of y'all going to get teammates. Some of y'all going to get you might be 70, he paying 30. Some of y'all might be this is just a real talk moment. I know what you all want, but there just ain't enough providers to go around for every woman. So we can keep saying the same song and dance all it is, but at 5 years, motherfucker,
That's sad.
So here's
That's sad.
Everybody ain't getting a provider. So here it is. You got to decide what you want. If you want a man, you got to decide the kind of man that's trying to court you, and focus on the best man that's trying to court you, and be real with your shit. Because there's some women who pay all the bills and y'all just don't know. Now there's some women who being taken care of, but you might not be that woman that's going to be taken care of.
But hold on, 1 second, Tinder. Hold on, because shots fired.
Hold on, Kim. But I'm just tired because what it is I hear the same thing over and over and over again for 5 years. But what y'all are failing to realize, every woman ain't gonna get that man.
Okay, but hold on.
I'm talking. You have to respect me for 1 second on my show. So now we at 2025, okay?
Wow.
You can be, first of all, you can be everybody yourself. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So I don't want to hear this brainwash, you nothing out of man. That's not the truth. You can be single, happy, and flourishing in life. So let's start there. Now, if you want a man, you got to learn your personal man dating pool. Who is the best type of man that's trying to date you? And if the best type of man that's trying to date you, you don't like, it's time for you to change you because you want a different type of man to court you. And that's just the end of the damn sentence.
Okay, so, but look.
So that kind of coincides what we were just talking about, Sky, right?
You know, the old folks used to say back in the day, there was a top for every pot, right? There was a top for every pot. You know, there's somebody out there for somebody. But I believe that was back in the days when our morals and principles were different than now. Now in 2025, we have different ideologies and theologies on marriage, relationships, women, baby mamas. So there might not be a top for every pot, to be honest. So I guess what she's saying is if you can't find that first top, then you better be looking for a top that's going to stay there for the long term because, man, it's just gone crazy when it comes to relationships and how people see them. Like you say, a man can be with a woman for 3 straight years and not really want her until the woman he wants finally gets divorced and becomes available on scene. That's crazy.
And dudes do that. Dudes will do that. They will hang around, quote unquote, try to befriend your wife. Oh, that's just my friend. And they just wolves. Because we all wolves. Men know, we know. There's broke holes amongst each other. We know. Right? So if you find a dude, fellas, if you out there and you got a man hanging around your old lady, he waiting for you to fall off. Rather, he waiting for you to pass away, or he waiting for you to get locked up, or he waiting for you to get done. He waiting, you know what I'm saying? And he buttering up his bread so he can slide on to that. You know, but the females like, and again, you can want that, you want a provider, but what comes with that? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because see, when they having these discussions, they never bring that up. What are you willing to sacrifice? Mm-hmm. I asked some females this question, right? Because remember last week, I was saying that women love based on conditions by majority. Not all, but by great majority. And men, when they love women, they really love women. I asked the female this question, and she told me, and she proved my point. I was like, look, if you were making 6 figures, you met a man, you were struggling this whole time to find just a decent man. So you finally find a decent man, all right? This guy's smart. He has a little knowledge on a little bit of everything. He can cook. He can fix things around the house. He also can work with his hands as far as fix certain things on the car. He can do your brakes. He can change your oil. He got a lot of good things to him, but he just don't make a lot of money. Would you date? Now, what do you think that female's answer was? Because we was on the panel having this discussion. So what do you think she said?
Probably no.
She said no. She said, man, if he not on my level financially, and I was like, that's the difference between men and women. Because the majority of men, if she can cook, she can clean, she's she's great in bed, she's great around kids. When you take her out on dinner dates, she treats everybody nice, very pleasant. He will wipe her in a minute. Right?
Absolutely.
We don't even care what she makes. If she's a good woman, hey, let's work together to pay your debts off.
Absolutely.
It's our debts.
Absolutely. But she's a good woman, and she brings all that, man. The money, the jewelry, the cars, the looks, the shallowness is all out the door. Because eventually, as you get older, all that stuff's out the door. People don't understand, as you get older, none of that stuff means anything no more. It doesn't. And so we're just trying to tell you young people, which older folks try to tell us when we were young, so it's just a vicious cycle. Eventually, you're going to have to change the way you look at the world and look at relationships, because your body ain't going to be able to do the things it used to do as you get older. You know what I'm saying? And now the lady said that she wouldn't date this man because he didn't make enough financially. What she don't understand is money doesn't exist. Money is fiat. It has no value. His skills, he can work on the car, he can work on your home, he can build you a fence. That's more valuable than any money that you have in your account. Because every time you need something done, sweetheart, you got to go into that account and draw that money out. If you got a man who ain't got no money, but he can take care of all that, then that money stays in your account. So actually, he's more valuable than any credit card, debit card, stocks and bonds, whatever you have, because the value of the world is land and labor. That's it. Land, labor.
Yep.
Land without labor is dead. You can find you a man who can cut out all that stuff, do the gutters. You have found a golden guy. Because most men are going to be like you. Oh, well, honey, take it to Firestone or take it to this. Then your money starts to deplete because every time you need something, you got to buy. Oh my God! Never mind. Go ahead.
I said women ain't willing to sacrifice shit. It ain't just that they're not willing to sacrifice. A lot of them aren't willing to cooperate and compromise. They're not willing to cooperate. Right. I was talking about this, and this is gonna go off subject, but I want to jump back on track because I don't want to lose the audience. But I was telling this female this earlier. If you're not gonna do things the traditional way. What I mean by traditional, that means get married first and then have a kid. If you're not going to do it that way, then my suggestion is that you should just involve yourself in poly relationships. Dang, what do you mean poly relationships? Well, if you suck at picking men, right, then you know if you have a baby with a man, he gonna go out, especially when you're young, 9 times out of 10, he gonna go out and have a baby with another woman. Very seldom that men often just have children with one woman. It happens, but more times than not, men will end up having children with multiple women. So if you want to sacrifice, which I think then you should sacrifice for the kid, what you should turn around and say is, you know what? Why don't we just go ahead? If you want to have a second woman or third woman, fine. That way, I know that you ain't cheap because you got 2 or 3 of us in this household. The kids, they get to enjoy Christmas together. The kids get to go to school. They all get to have their daddy in the house. I ain't got to worry about, here, my kid don't have a father at home, but her kid, you in their house every day. And now I'm over here bitter. Because not only does my child not have a father in the house, but if I go out and start dating, that man don't have any emotional connection to my kid. So he might start molesting my kid. He might whoop my kid and be over aggressive with my kid because he don't have no connection. Now you're getting into dangerous territory. So if you're gonna not do it the right way, you might as well go the non-traditional way if that's how y'all gonna move. And I was shocked because a lot of females was like, you know what? I agree.
Yeah, I agree with it too, you know, but sometimes, man, a hard head makes a soft ass. People just, they don't want to listen. And when they do listen, they go in one end out the other. So
it's crazy to me, Sky, because look, you got somebody to help you cook, you got somebody to help you clean, you got somebody to help you please, you got somebody that when you need a break from the kids, they can watch the kids and allow you to go out for a while and have you some time to yourself to clear your head, you back reset. So it's really just people, this ego and pride. And like you said, people will not compromise and sacrifice for the betterment of the kid. It's all about benefit. Because if you ain't gonna do it right the first time, you might as well just go ahead and change your thinking and the way you move.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing, then. If I'm in that situation, right, I'm the male, I'm supposed to be the head of a household anyway, then yeah, I would pick the top 3 girls that I like for whatever reason. We all gonna go on a date together. So we get this together. Like, look, I like all 3 of y'all. I'm gonna follow all 3 of y'all. So that way ain't no cheating. You don't know who this is. Ain't no
he ain't gonna have no energy to cheat, Sky. Think about this. What dude gonna have energy to cheat if he got 2 or 3
Absolutely.
women?
Can we all get along in one household? I'll be with you this night, be with you that night, be with you that night. If you ain't about it, walk away and I'll bring in another one, because this is what's going to happen. I am not the type of man who's going to sleep with one woman for the rest of my life. I need at least 3. But if I father these kids, I will be here to take care of all 3 of y'all and all the kids. I will not step out from y'all 3, because like you said, after 3, shit, that is a lot, excuse my language. But yeah, if you're the type of man that does that, then be honest up front. But that's the problem we have, Damo. People are lying, and I'm trying to figure out, what are you lying for? Because there will be women who will do this now, because of 2025.
Let me tell you something.
There will be women who will do it.
I was against the whole idea of pop. And you know what made me believe into that and buy into that?
What's that?
These single women that's horrible at picking guys. Talking about, I don't like to share, you share it anyway. If you have a baby with a dude, then he go up and have a baby with another woman, well, y'all done shared that dude.
That's absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? If you got a dude and you got a boyfriend and he cheating on you, then you, even whether you do it or not, guess what? Y'all sharing the same man. If he had both of y'all, guess what? He ain't got time because he got to work and he got to nurture you, her, and the kids. What time do we got there for anything else?
Absolutely. And even if he's monogamous, right? Depending on his age, he's had at least 2 decades of woo-woo, and she's had at least 2 decades of penises. So you're not getting a brand new car. So, like you said, what is the difference between what she did before she met you and what y'all want to do together? And this is what we're talking about. It's about building and being honest.
It's less.
And if 10 girls, if I got 10 girls in a room and I tell them, look, I need 3 of y'all, I'm gonna marry all 3 of y'all, or whatever the state law states, and I'm gonna follow this, what I'm gonna do. The ones that don't like it, walk out the door. And there will be 3 out of 10 that will still sit there and say, you know what, this is a better option than me every other year going on a date, a dating app. He's a good man, whatever. Even if he puts us in 3 different households or we all in one big house, we know we have a provider for our children. And there are some cultures that live like that.
Yeah. And you know what? And I bet you, the men in them cultures, they don't have the energy. I'm speaking as a man. We men can tell you, we don't have the energy. Dealing with one of y'all is a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with 2 is way too many. And now you talk about the other aspects of his life that he got going on. And you're right, Naj, they want it all. And that's not a thing. I don't think that's the issue. It's not that they want it all, that's not the issue. It's this that they don't prioritize the kids. What is best for the kids? Is it better for them to have a father or not have a father around? That's the question. You see what I'm saying? If a dude had 2 women, you think a man that got 2 women gonna be coming home mad? No. No, he like, man, I got it great. His job can suck. He got 2 of what he deemed, or 3 of what he deemed as the most beautiful women in the world. He good. And that's what made me think about that. And then I was thinking because there's a lot of women that, well, once kids come in the picture, they don't want to be as sexually active anymore. Oh, it's a lot. I had to clean the house. I don't have any energy left out there. I clean and cook and do the laundry. Okay, but if you had a helpmate, would you still feel that way? Well, no, I don't want to share. I don't want to share, though. And that's what I just talk about, wanting it all. Do you want him to be the provider and this and this and that? But you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do your half of the end of the deal either. But you don't want to compromise also. And so that's where we at with stuff like this. I want to move on to this soul talk. All right. Now remember Good Burger? You got Keenan and Kale. Kale was the skinnier one, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So y'all know Kale, man. He was the one that his wife got pregnant by like 2 or 3 different dudes while they was married and all kind of crazy stuff. Well, he did an interview with Shannon Sharp and he was talking about soul ties, and I thought this was pretty interesting, man. And I wanted to get y'all take on this. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this.
Gotta be careful, because when you mix the spirits, that's what you do. You know, when you're having sex with people, you're bonding within that. That's when people break up, and they might break up with somebody, but that person can still have a hold on them. Sometimes you get that phone call and that heart and the stuff like, because they're connected in a soul time. So you gotta be able to get that off of you too. You might break up with somebody, but there can be soul ties, and you don't know what they're connected to as well. Anybody you've ever laid down with, I want you to say, take my spirit out of them, say their name, and then take their spirit out of you and say that. And so for anybody's listening, they need to really do that. Because the thing about it is that you take all that to different relationships, and you take that wherever you go. You have a homie, and you see the difference within them. It could be the spiritual connection that they have with someone that needs to be broken because it's a toxic, you know what I mean? And demonic when in that way. Gotta be careful who you lay down with. Because when you mix the spirits, that's what you do. You know, when you're having sex with people, you're bonding within that. That's when people break up. And
all right, I was trying to close that out. It didn't want to close on me. All right. So, what are y'all thoughts on that?
I saw the interview he did with Shannon Sharp, and I've heard that before. You know, we just take a condom out of the situation. If you're having raw sex with somebody, you are sharing flesh, you're sharing fluids, and you're sharing spiritual ties. That way, when you date a man who's had like 40 bodies, it's hard for him to commit to you because all those souls and spirits are still in his body. And when he goes to sleep, all he's thinking about is all those other times when he was younger. And then he cheats on you and divorces you. And he's like, well, this girl makes me feel young. And this girl makes me feel excited because those spirits in his body is keep reminding him what he would have when he was 20 years younger. So I kind of understand why a lot of societies want you to get a virgin on both ends, because they don't have that extra baggage. When we say baggage, we always talk about kids that are on earth baggage, or baby mamas and baby daddies. But spiritual baggage is a real thing too, y'all. So, hey, I agree with what he's saying.
You know what, Sky? You're absolutely right. And I tell you something that even go a little further. This is why to prove that to be a rape thing or something that's real, most men, when they meet a new woman, they deal with everything, all the baggage, and when I mean baggage, all the experiences that woman has had with other men. All those emotional topics. So a lot of times you be like, man, you can't compare me to your ex, because most of the boyfriends that when you meet a girl you compare yourself to is dudes that they done slept with. It's not the boyfriend that they didn't have a physical connection to. You know what I'm saying? It's the ones that they had a physical and emotional connection to that you're competing with. That's that soul tie.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing what women deal with. with us.
Absolutely, but
it's not the women we ain't slept with, it's the women that we physically then intertwine with and connect with.
And so if you believe in the spirits and the souls, then some of these spirits and souls can be demonic. So then you sleep with women that's giving you demonic spirits and stuff, and then you can't sleep at night, or you're having nightmares, and all that stuff. I mean, you have to get into it and research it, because I'm not affluent with a lot of that stuff. But do I believe it? Yes. There's something I can lean towards and think that is something that happens when you are out here having unprotected sex with multiple women. So who was it? Was it Will Chamberlain? Who was it that said they had sex with 1,000 women? Who was that basketball player?
Man,
was it okay? It was 1,000 women. I don't know how many was unprotected, but 1,000 women. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's possible, because if he had a room with like 3 to 10 women at a time, that's very possible. People be like, ain't no way. Well, yeah, it is. Because them athletes, them entertainers, they have a group of women and pick them out. The ones that ain't going with it, they say, all right, you have a good night. They bid them a good night. But they be like, you, and you. Come here. And either they going to go with them, or they going to go their own way.
Absolutely.
And so I can see it.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, man, that's why when you meet somebody, you're supposed to vet them, date them, court them, ask, make them wait, especially women, make the man wait at least 3-4 months. If he can't wait 3-4 months, he probably wouldn't do it for you. Know what? He try to have sex with you on the 3rd or 4th day, and you give it to him, that's your fault. But if you can't make him wait to find out what type of man he is, if you want to know if he's a man whore or not, that word that people use, then that's on you. Because most men now, especially in 2025, they are using any type of tactics to get into your pants. Not all, but just most of them. And a lot of you women, it's not hard to get into your pants. All they got to do is say, hey, let's get a hotel, let's get some drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I go even further than that, Sky. Why not just wait till they marry? Just say, hey, if you want to, I'm all about commitment. If commitment is really what's most important, just wait. Don't have sex at all, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all was supposed to be disciplined. I thought y'all had it together. If we supposed to be the whores, we supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truthfully, I don't believe females can wait. I'm gonna say it. And all these other dudes gonna lie to y'all. Look, let me fix it. Look, y'all can't wait. Y'all is just as bad as us. Y'all just been trying to be cute about it. But y'all just as thirsty as we
are. There's something about that vagina.
Because if that wasn't the case, they'd be able to make a dude wait. And if the dude couldn't wait, because let me tell you what we'll do. We will wait
2,000 plus. Woo, Jesus.
Damn. Hey, it's possible. Like I said, you had 3 to 10 a night. It's possible. And you, when you're athletic, you got the energy to do it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get back to this. Ladies, we will wait y'all out. We will wait y'all out. Y'all can make us wait 5, 10 years. We'll wait y'all out. We'll be humping other stuff. And then play you like, yeah, man, baby, I'm gonna wait for you. Because you my everything. You my universe. You everything I need. Oh, thank you. Stop, friend. You know what I'm saying? We'll play with you. And then get it, and then, damn, he changed. That's because he was waiting. So, if you're going to make us wait to marriage.
Yeah, and see how long he stay with you if you just tell him first. I ain't having sex till I'm married. But for some women, God wired these vaginas to be crazy, because, man, when that damn thing starts to talking, everything's out the door. It's out the door.
Man, I'm glad you said that, because Charleston White said something, and it goes in the line with what Sky just said. And the question is he right or is he wrong? So without further ado, we're going to play this clip from Charleston White. And I think he's right. And not all women, but the majority of women. Hold on, let me go this all the way back to the beginning. Here we go.
All women got a whole phase. You will never know. Even the women that you think is exclusive, got a hair, you got a
That's true.
Got a meat factory somewhere. You just don't know it. Yeah, nigga, they got a deep freezer full of beef. You just don't know it, nigga. All women do.
So he was talking about having whole faces, and I believe that to be true. I believe not all, but I believe by great majority, they can't wait because, man, you know what I'm saying? They have a whole phase. And that whole phase, that whole spirit in them, won't allow them to wait.
And it's crazy because think about it, such a you know how people want to be accepted in society. So all your female friends are like, they're 15. You ain't had sex yet? I've had sex. You ain't gave him a blowjob yet? I've given him a blow. You know what I'm saying? So then you are 15, 16, a virgin, or your other friends that had sex. Do you wait till marriage, or do you want to blend in with everybody else and have sex? It's things like that, man, that they get you.
They be afraid that they're going to miss out. They're afraid that it's insecure. Right. They're afraid if they make the man that they want wait, that he will move on from them and end up marrying somebody else and they'll miss out. So they're like, I'm willing to take that chance. I think that's a lot of them. Because they can't wait either. Women cannot wait.
No.
They are, as a matter of fact, the majority are easy. Because the majority don't require you to wear a condom. You don't even have to have commitment from them to even have a condom. Tell me I'm lying. Right. I'm talking about majority. I ain't saying all. I don't think I should ever have to say I'm speaking in majority. I should never have to say that, but I'm just saying the majority don't even make you wear a condom. If you go to them and they see that thing and it's, you know, to their liking, they'd rather go without one than miss out on it. They won't say, no, but we got to do this another time because you ain't got protection.
Right. Absolutely. Ooh.
They'll take that risk. They'll take the risk of their possible baby having syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, you know, HPV, all the HIV, you know, elemental P, all of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you got to be careful, man. I know, because we all been there. We all been teenagers, and your sex drive is just through the roof. And for some men who can't get it but once or twice a year, those are the ones that don't care. They can care less. Usually people who get it all the time be like, you know what, I'm going to carry some few condoms because I never know when I'm going to beat a chick down. But those men who have a low self-esteem that only get sex like once, twice, maybe 3 times a year, man, if they can get it, they ain't thinking about nothing else but hurry up and getting it because they know it's going to be a while before they get it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. And that's where you get all that stuff from. People, it's an addiction, and I just never understood why people put their lives on the line for any addiction, to be honest with you.
You know what, Naj? A lot of us won't wait, and you know why a lot of us won't wait? It's because, man, the woman that talk about, man, that you wait for her and she done gave it to Timmy over here for nothing. That's why a lot of us won't wait. But if we knew it was a woman that was committed to that, saying that, you know what? The man must show to me that he's committed before I give him my body. And she was a real one, we wait. We wait for real. But I understand us not wanting to wait because you can't be celibate after you done had 3 or 4 kids. I mean, let's be real. Now you celibate.
A born again virgin.
You celibate, but you were selling ads for free 10 years ago. You know, you need to go back to selling ads because if celibate, we ain't going. And then you talk about pay a bill and, well, my lights gonna be cut off. Well, I got these candles. Because hell no. Hell no.
The candles. Yeah.
They not only will they keep the room lit up, but then they gonna keep the room warm. So you gonna get heat and light at the same time.
Absolutely. And that's why when people, you know, ask you about the body count and how many people you slept with and all this other stuff. And I mean, you know, there's prostitutes who turned their life around. You know, she was a prostitute for 20 years and she turned and gave her life to God. Do you still want to be with her because she turned her life around? Or will you throw in her face that the last 20 years you slept with 500 men?
That's the realization that I think a lot of these females have. Like, you want me to pay for this Rolls Royce that's used, and little Jack over here got this stuff when it was brand new. He got to taste, he got to test it when it was fully loaded, clean, not a scratch on it. You got Kool-Aid stains in the flow, cigarette burns in the cup holder. Now you want me to pay for a price for it. You want me to pay 100%. Hell no. That's the issue. That's where we coming ahead at.
Absolutely. And for some people, they don't have that choice. Some people, they need it. They up in age, or their body's giving out on them. So that prostitute who's turning a born-again virgin, they won't marry her because it ain't about sex no more. It's about, can you help me until God calls me home? You know what I'm saying?
All right. I had a call coming through at the wrong time.
Hello, Moto.
All right. So this is one, Sky. This gonna trip y'all out. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? So a man was having his wife called in, his fiance. And let me let y'all know what this dude's fiance said. This is about to blow y'all mind. Hold on for a minute. Let's go ahead and get this. You know, I got to cut the music.
I think eventually, but I think first let's break up and
Here, but me and his brother have been having an affair, and I love him more, but I don't know how to tell him.
you're having an affair with your fiance's brother. You're getting married next year, but you love his brother more.
Yes.
Or you should
I
not.
feel like he's my soulmate.
Well, let's start with let's not get married next year.
Let's keep it all in the family.
But aside from that decision, don't get married next year.
Well, I still want to get married, just not to him, but to his brother.
Okay.
You can come to the wedding.
Question. So how did this start?
Well, his brother and I, we went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
So he pretty much introduced me to his brother.
Ooh.
And then from there, we just been going dating on and off. And we finally decided, we wanted to be together. But I truly feel in my heart, he's not the one I want to be with.
You make me want to leave the one I'm with. Did you always have a thing for his brother originally? Like, was it like he introduced you to his brother, but were you really more attracted to him always?
It's always been him. He's always been my priority. I feel like secretly I just wanted to be with his brother, just like stay close to his family.
How long have you been with
But
this
I
guy?
know it's wrong. Well, we've been together for a year and a half.
We're not here to judge you. We listen and
Right.
don't judge. But I will say that you should just, at the minimum, don't marry somebody you're not in love with.
Right, but it's not going to work out because if I do decide to be with the brother, the family won't accept me.
You ain't got to be with either one of them, but don't be with the person you don't. I can't even imagine being married to somebody who I love their brother for real. At least you know before you got married.
Does the brother have the same feelings for you that you have for him?
Well, he tells me all the time he's going to come clean.
Ooh.
He says he loves me. He always loved me. But he don't want to hurt his brother.
This is like the 5 heartbeats.
It's like one of those.
Okay. Well, listen, we don't know we're just listening. We're not judging. But yeah, if his brother tells, it's going to tear the family apart. Are you ready for that?
I think we way beyond that point. I think I'm ready to tell.
Okay. Well,
Happy holidays.
go ahead and tell. But maybe, should you do it before Christmas?
I don't know. What do you think?
If you do it before Christmas, don't go to that particular gathering.
Do it under some
Well, his brother and I, we're going to brunch right now, so I guess I'll wait.
Maybe you think his brother should tell him first, or she should.
I think we should do it before the new year. New slate, wipe it clean.
Right. Because the worst is to start a Christmas memory that's false. Like now we're celebrating Christmas together with the family, knowing what we know. That's even more cruel.
I don't know what to do. I guess I have to think about it.
Yeah. But I will say, if it was me, I would break up with my fiance now, like before the holiday. And I don't know that I would tell him why right away. Because what if it doesn't work out?
Right. But then what if he sees her with him?
Then you tell. I think eventually, but I think first let's break up and get that out the way.
Just rip the Band-Aid
I don't know. I feel like I just have to let this secret go until it comes clean. let's see what the universe makes happen.
All right. But all right, don't keep that engagement going though.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
Don't spend them holidays with someone you don't want to be with.
You're right. Thank you so much.
All right, good luck. See?
All right, so where y'all want to start with this one?
First of all, either way it goes, if I'm the guy that's gonna get married, you wasting my time, money, and resources. And if I'm the brother, I don't know if I would want to be with you because that's my brother. So he's told me all the kinky shit that y'all done in the bedroom and behind the closets and the time you was in the car and he did this and you did. So I don't know because then there's no imagination left in this relationship because I know all the things you like sexually and what you gonna do when you're in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing left to the imagination. So even if I'm in love with you, if my brother who don't know that we're in love with each other has told me everything about you, especially in the bedroom, I don't know if I can do that. And then if I'm the brother, the one that's supposed to be married, I don't know if I'll be upset with my brother because all humans have feelings. You can't get mad at that stuff. Or be upset at her because you have wasted my time. If you wanted my brother, you should have said that a long time ago. Don't sit here and string me along just so you could have stayed close to him. And then the brother, how many people has the brother been with or slept with because he knew he couldn't have you because you was with the other brother? Like, it's too many variables going around. And this is what the people say, you got too much damn time on your hands. If you ain't a productive person in society, stuff like this don't happen. These people got too much time on their hands because it's too much. And then you're talking about, well, we're going to hurt the family and the family then walk away. I wouldn't have just been with none of them. I would have just left and went to another city, another town, dated somebody else. That to me, that doesn't make sense. But women play games like that. That's why, like a German Shepherd, you got to keep your ears up. Women play games like that. You got to be careful.
I got a few things I want to address with this. First and foremost. First, there will be an unaliving taking place. And I'm going to tell you why the unaliving taking place. Because I got a vivid mind. The problem that I would have, man, I know I done busted inside her, right? And my brother done turned around and he got his mouth down there. So in connection in my thought process is that, damn, my brother, man, maybe I just got done with her and then you got to her an hour later and you enjoying a Happy Meal and she ain't even washed down there. Now, 1 + 1 is 2. Do you get what I'm saying? I'll be ready to take some people out, first and foremost. Second of all, you know what that's like, Sky? Imagine me and you are blood brother. You see this chick and you be like, oh, damn, she fine. Who was that? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's old Keisha. We went to high school together. Now, Keisha, like me, I kind of like Keisha, but for whatever reason, we don't never really make it official. So if you want to meet her, I introduce you to her. Now, Keisha, I introduce you to Keisha. Keisha don't really like you. She like me. But she gonna get with you because being with you will make her closer to me. And then come to find out, me and Keisha is messing around. We done introduced y'all. And now I'm sleeping with Keisha, who I introduced you to, knowing I liked her.
I see that in the hood every day of my life. All the time. Because again, some women, not all, just don't know what they want. A lot of women in this world, they're not living, they're just existing. And every few years, they think this is what makes me happy. Then 2 years later, this is what makes me happy. Then 2 years later, this is what makes me happy. Because once she gets with the brother, something else is going to make her happy the way she's going to leave the brother. And what the brother don't understand is what she did with you, she will do to you. So if she leaves brother A to be with brother B better understand eventually she's going to leave you for somebody else. You're not going to keep her in the long run. Women like that will never be satiated and satisfied. It's just a hole. I don't know if they're having daddy issues, mommy issues, family issues, hell, whatever. It's a hole that no man can ever feel that's going to keep them moving like a rolling stone until they're dead. That's just life.
Man, that's a woman that'll put your life.
Absolutely. Just somebody
a
killed
woman
out
that
here.
will sleep with brothers is not trying to protect you.
No.
She will put your life in harm's way.
Absolutely.
For that alone is enough to leave.
Absolutely.
I leave her based on that, Scott. My brother.
I think what would make me mad is you just wasn't honest up front. Hell, if you don't want me, just say so. Too many damn women out here to be crying over just one. And that's what's wrong with a lot of men. They fall in love with that one. I can't live without her. I'm gonna kill her and then kill myself. You stupid. Like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Let me tell y'all, fellas. Let me tell y'all. Some of y'all be sharing male fluids and don't even know it. Because if you got a woman that's with multiple men, she is sharing y'all fluids with each other. Because, man, like, let me tell you the ignorance of some of these young, especially the young chicks. A dude ejaculate in her. Do you think when she wash up that semen is going to be washed away in that one setting?
No.
It takes days for that to come out of her. So, let's say, for example, on Monday, she got them cheeks busted, right? On Monday, she got them cheeks busted by Ralph. On Thursday, you and her had sex, but then you gave her oral sex. You just tasted that man's semen. You think that's all her fluids. It is not. That's why dudes, for the most part, don't handle when women cheat well. Because women, a lot of them cheat and don't even wear protection. They don't require you to wear protection. You think they're going to require the dude that they're cheating with to wear protection? Maybe the first or second time, but when it becomes more common, you think they're going to do that? No. So they are turning you, you know what I'm saying, into a homo. I'm just going to tell you.
It's making it, our young viewers, Damo, they're probably thinking, well, damn, should I ever do oral sex ever again? Because even if you...
A lot of them don't. A lot of dudes, that's why they don't go down on women. Because, man, if you don't have a man around to tell you this, you just ignorant. You don't know. A lot of the women, man, they don't even know their bodies. They just going through the motions. They don't know. But for the grown women, they know. They know when a man ejaculates in them, it takes days, sometimes weeks. Remember, it takes the sperm be swimming in there, taking a while to find an egg. So if it's going up, you don't think it's coming down?
And then, okay, so...
I never even thought about that side. I didn't even cut you off. But I didn't even think about that until one day my mind was wondering, and I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you with a girl, that's why body count matters. Because if you with a chick that sleep with dudes days apart from one another, those. You may be licking another dude's semen and don't even know.
Okay, so
because that fluid, when her body, that fluid, you don't think that when that fluid coming out, that's not coming out also? It's up there.
So then let me ask you these two questions, Damo. The first one is, what if you're married and you suspect your wife of cheating? Do you still go down?
It's the same thing, though. It ain't even if you married.
But that's what I'm saying. Because we got probably married men watching, and if they suspect their wives are cheating, and she be like, "Why you don't go down on me no more?" Well, then you know.
Yeah, like if you know you a hoe or you got, you know.
And the second thing I want to ask you
is, crazy. That's scary. That's scary.
And the second thing I want to ask you, Damo, is we always talk about the semen going into the vagina. What about women that swallow semen? How long is it before you kiss her then? If she swallowed the dude's semen, and let's say she brushed her teeth and did mouthwash, all that old bullcrap, how long is it before you kiss her?
A couple drinks of water.
Because see, if there's women out there that likes to swallow semen, and she doesn't tell you she likes to swallow semen,
water and take the rest of that, because it might be something hanging up on the roof of her mouth.
Absolutely.
I just drink you a cup of water and then you can proceed as fine.
So
you don't know? I don't know. But I know up there, as far as the oral part, I don't know. But what I do know is down there. It's up there for a while.
So I'm just trying to take what you say and put it in a practical sense, right? So wherever semen can go, right? So even if she gave a guy oral that day, and let's say she brushed her teeth and did mouthwash, and let's say a couple of hours later she gave another dude oral, is the first dude's semen in her mouth getting on the second dude's penis, or?
Well, let me tell you this.
What if she didn't brush her teeth? What if she didn't brush her teeth or use mouthwash?
Nah, that you know. But if she brushed it, that brown mouthwash, and that shit's so strong, it'll kill an inch. You hear me? Y'all know that brown shit that y'all put in your mouth and your mouth be on fire? You know, first it's an indication that you got some really bad breath. Second of all, it's killing everything. That stuff is strong. So I think it's a little different orally, but when it's down there, think about this guy. They can swap a dead woman and still get the DNA. Think about that. The woman can been dead 2 weeks. They go down there, if they want to know if she was sexually assaulted, they could go with a cotton swab up there, swipe, and still get the DNA. And this is after she died. So I let you know it hangs up there. Think about that. We don't ever be thinking about it. That's why them CSI movies and stuff, they very informative. Because it lets you know. And that's the scary part. You go down, the risk we take with women, because a dude, you know, he got to get in the shower because he can't sleep with one female. If he can sleep with one woman, go home and get that same to his woman ignorant. She ain't checking or she don't care. Because I know she got to smell something. She got to be able to, you need to go wash up, go shower first. You know what I'm saying? Women will tell a man that real quick. Baby, go shower. But dudes, we ignorant. We don't know if it got any kind of smell. We just think that, sometimes it's just naturally tart. We ain't got fathers around to tell us. And the moms ain't really having them talks. You know what I'm saying? It got a little tartness to it.
Hey, that way.
You know what I'm saying? Bootsy went to a female, ain't they, Spazzo? Bootsy did the 2-inch thing. I don't know if you've seen it on Pop the Balloon, but he got down 2 inches from a girl to smell her coochie. And then he was like, how old are you? And she was like 28. And he was like, I can tell you in your 20s because it got a little tartness to it.
You know, then you have to wonder who you licking and who you kissing and who you sticking.
Man, it's scary hours out here,
and it's crazy.
The women, y'all ain't know better, but it is scary hours out here.
But the crazy part is, even with all this information you're giving them, they're not going to change. They still going to go out here and do the same stuff. No. So I'm like, damn, if Damon's giving me this information, I'm going to have to go to the sex toy place and get me a toy or something, because I can't put my life in danger for no silly stuff like that.
Man. And you know, and then you get to seeing the stuff like Atlanta being high up in HIV cases, like one of the top in the country. That's some scary shit, man. Houston, you know what I'm saying? When somebody say Houston or Atlanta to me, man, even if I ain't laying with them, I don't even want to sit in the same chair as you. I don't know what you got, god dang it.
Absolutely. Oh, my Lord, I tell you what. It's damn for you men, whether you're in relationships or you're married or you're thinking about it. You ain't got to think twice for you. If she like you, especially when you first meet a girl and y'all about to have sex for the first time, when you go down on me, hell no. I don't know what you did. I don't know what you've been doing.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of, man, this was funny, Sky. I think you're going to find this very funny. Porch Pirates This dude is the homeowner of the year. I don't care what nobody say. This white dude, this is my brother. He did some shit that I was like, you know what? Man, you gave me a great idea, player. You gave me a great idea. Shout out to Shay Shay for giving me this story.
A Utah man is taking matters into his own hands to stop thieves from stealing packages on his porch. Salt Lake City resident Josh Blumenthal has now started packaging dog poop in boxes and leaving them at the doorstep to teach a smelly lesson to thieves who steal them. This comes after he claims he's had 170 packages stolen over the past few years. Blumenthal says neither the police nor the delivery companies like Amazon were able to help him when his packages were stolen. Even the doorbell cameras were of no use, as some would hide the camera while they were stealing.
One guy opened it while I was watching. I got a notification on the phone that said, somebody's right there. I open it up. Guy's opening it up, and he's like, what? Oh. And I, get on the speaker, and I go, hey, we're calling the cops. And he's like, I'm going to tell them that you're mailing poop. I'm like, I'm not mailing it. It's just sitting there. You just have to steal it.
You're the one who took it. Blumenthal says word has got around finally. Now some packages lie for days on his doorstep. No one touches it. But he hopes he doesn't have to deal with this for much longer. Why are you...
Let me tell you, player. The one thing I think he could have upped that. You know what I think he should have did? He should have shit it in the box himself and put it out there. Because if they gonna steal your shit, make sure they stealing your shit literally. Let it be literal. Not a figment of speech. Literally, you stole my shit. So when the officer come there, well, what did he do? He stole my shit. So what did he gonna say? That he didn't? My shit right there in his hands. Open the box.
To me, I don't know. To me, that's crazy. Over 2 or 3 years, you had 170 boxes stolen, right? I don't know. To me, it's kind of scary because it might let me know that they know you. I don't even know you as in personally. They know your day. They know you gone from 9 to 5, and they know you go to water aerobics, and they know you go to Kroger's. They know what days you stay at home, what days your kids come over. So they can plan that out. If they've been targeting you for 2 to 3 years for 170 packages, I would be more scared that they know my routine. I have to switch up my routine so they don't know to come and steal it. And too, but buy so much shit over Amazon. That stuff brings eyes to your doorsteps when you in the neighborhood, and every time people turn around, here's the prime truck pulling up to your house.
Well, I like what the idea that he had to combat that, because the police ain't gonna waste their time and resources to find out who's doing it. The company don't have time and resources to find out who's stealing it. He got a door cam, and that ain't helping him. So the next best thing to do, package some shit. So if they gonna steal your shit, let them steal your shit. And that's what he did. So I gotta give him this props. Because he let them steal the shit. And they ain't stealing the shit no more. Word got around. You shake it and you don't know. You hear that might be hard doo-doo. You hear it rolling around in the box. So you don't know until you open. But if it's me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put K Jewelers on the box, and then when you open it, it's gonna be some mud butt shit from a human. When that has, that gravy and that, and that oatmeal. That gravy on top of the oatmeal mixed with ketchup and syrup. You know what I'm saying? And I let my stomach purposely get sour. Here you go. You ain't gonna pick up that K Jeweler box no more. I have a fake TV. I have a fake PS5. I get me a PS5 box and put it on and you do PS5. You get 5 piles of shit. I'm with that brother. They ain't gonna fuck with your packages no more. That's guaranteed. And it's bad that he gotta get to that point, Sky. it's real bad when it got to get to that point where you got to do that. But I've lived in a neighborhood like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I used to, when I lived by Murfreesboro, I would think twice. When Walmart was 24 hours, when I wanted to buy big item stuff, like I said, big screen TV, I would go 2-3 in the morning and get it and bring it in where everybody sleep. So they couldn't see this truck pull up or me pull out this car with this 40-50 inch TV. You got to be careful, man, because there are nosy neighbors that see when you come, when you leave, and how many times the Amazon people or whoever, DHL, whoever, drops off stuff at your house. So yeah, I understand he's mad about the packages, but now if they can get to the packages, they might start kicking your damn back door or busting your window.
You gotta have a dog. I suggest if you order packages, if you order a lot of packages and you own your house, get a dog. The dog gonna alert them and he gonna scare them off because the dog gonna cause attention.
Absolutely.
Because cameras ain't gonna do it. Get a dog.
Get a dog. Absolutely. Or something that's going to scare the shit out of him. I don't care what it is. Boy, you know what I'm saying? I have no clue whatsoever. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I hope, because this still happens to this day. They call it porch pirates.
Yeah.
And so some people are bold. They don't care. They can just walk down the street and see stuff. And some people are more calculated. But again, in this world, when you can't have nothing, and then with that, Damo, I would have just eventually just got me a mailbox, right? I would have went to the post office and bought me a P.O. box and just had my Amazon stuff sit there. That way I could have went to and got it instead of sitting on my porch. I would have done something. It wouldn't have gotten to 170, let's put it that way.
Oh, no. Because I'm going to tell you, the first time they got the one, he gave me an ID. Oh, these two dogs I got in this house, I'm going to take it smeared on the box. You know what I'm saying? And hope that you grab it with your bare hands. And then I'm going to be in the camera be like, I just want to let you know it's doodle on the outside of that.
Absolutely.
You want to steal them out from my porch?
No. Nope. 170, man, that's crazy.
Ain't no way. You know how much money? 170 packages? You know that's in the upwards of almost probably $2,000. At least $1,500.
Absolutely.
So, he crazy.
Either that or I would have them deliver when I'm there. One of the two, man. It wouldn't have got to 170. Yeah, it wouldn't have got to 170. I'm sorry. Or have somebody, a family member I know, drive around and pick the package up. Something could have been done where it didn't get to 170. That's what it is.
Right. You're right. Man, I hope y'all like the subjects that we had today.
Oh, yeah.
This was our first show, Sky, our first show of 2025.
Absolutely.
Woo-woo. We appreciate y'all being here. Is there anything you want to tell them before we go ahead and disperse from here?
Yeah, don't forget, y'all, tonight, the D-Bling radio show. From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, we play from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Y'all don't forget to send me your music at sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com. We want to give a shout out to Nash. We want to give a shout out to Miranda G. We want to give a shout out to Faith. We want to give a shout out to Miss Boyd for commenting. And give a shout out to the CEO of No Limit Pro, Mike Cobb. And thanks to everybody that's watching. Please share, like.
And Shay also. Shay was on my.
And Shay. Shouts out to them. Thank y'all for watching each and every week. And please share, comment, let us know what you think. Hey, y'all might have subjects that y'all want us to talk about that we ain't thought about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, hit us up. Let us know what's going on. Because these Tuesdays are not just for me and him. It's for your entertainment too.
Right. Definitely. If you guys have something y'all would like us to discuss, email, message Sky or myself. We would gladly. Actually, I got one. And it wasn't something that I found. But I wanted to talk about this next week. Is there a beauty standard that exists anymore? Is there even a such thing as a beauty standard? And what does that really necessarily look like? So we're going to talk about that next week. That's one of the things.
I don't know. Again, I don't know who sets the standards on a lot of things in life. But yeah, that's a great topic. That is a great topic.
Yep. And man, we appreciate y'all being here. If you watch the show late, even when the show goes off, we are live right now. But when the show goes off, you can still share this, and it helps our numbers grow. Also, y'all see down on the screen where it has my Cash App or Sky's. So if y'all want to Cash App us, that's our Cash App. Write it down. Man, we appreciate y'all. We hope that you guys are back next week. Peace, love, and I always want to leave with this. The only thing guaranteed in life is death. So only worry about the things you can control. The things that you can't, put it in God's hands.
Amen.
Peace, and we will see you guys next week. We out.